So I'm going to address the prospector. And the prospector, really, when we get down to it, is simple as it's mostly calling on buy owners and expireds. This is, if there was a time when we talk about being intentional, structured, and disciplined, you have to have that to make this one work. It truly is the last person that talks to that for sale by owner that actually succeeds. So when we look at this, what are we looking at? The big challenge is a high rejection situation. When we haven't talked too much about this, and Dennis will expand on this, but the whole idea that these kind of match up to your personalities a little bit also. And we have comfort zones that we fall into. The huge advantage of this, although it's a high rejection, it is restricted by time. It's completely effort dependent, how much effort you put in this. And the other challenge you might have is how many expireds or buy owners we have right now. However, this is something that anyone can succeed at, given the right amount of time working on the skills and a disciplined, structured way forward, right? This is really, it's actually a very low cost model too, because these are people literally who've raised their hands that they need help selling. The opposite side of that though, the other side of the coin is they either don't understand our value or they don't think we have a value. So it is one where this is where conversion becomes important of building your value. How are you able to provide value? So this is all going to be dependent on your ability for strong dialogues, closing for appointments, understanding why they should meet with you. This is one of these things where we talk about trustworthy. Remember, they don't know who you are. The other ones are already part of that trust. This is where you have to build trust in doing certain things. So if you promise them something, you're going to drop off a lead-based paint form or have a disclosure statement. This is, if you promise it's going to happen Monday, it's got to happen Monday. This is really one of these things of how you behave is going to create that trust, right? The other thing is it's going to be, interestingly enough is, for even newer agents that get very skillful, people don't know you, so they don't see you as a new agent. You can really succeed. You can be new to a market and succeed when you have these skills. It's quick up and running. You don't have to wait until Uncle Harry finally wants to sell his house 3 years later once you're in the business. These are people who've raised their hand to sell now. It works if you don't know anybody, but it comes to be very skills-based. The business can become very portable. The skill in particular become very portable. You don't have to rely on a network of friends. But probably the thing that you want to do is going to be ultimately your presentation, the ability to have a dialogue to get you the appointment, have the killer presentation, and it's all about making that client want you through your value that you provide to them. So probably one of the most important things to emphasize in this particular model is we talked about discipline. This is truly having a discipline. You're going to schedule your activity. You can't schedule over it. It's really blocking that time out, not scheduling over it. This is truly the last person there is the one that gets the listing, right? It's the one that consistently follows up. Someone that tries their buy owner, they might want to try this for 6 weeks is probably on average. So if you hit them that first week and then you never see them again, it's that consistently in front of them, that discipline to have this, the dialogues that keeps you in front of them, the ability to provide value in the sense that when it's time that they understand they're going to need a professional, you want them to want you. This isn't something, and they're going to want you. They're going to ask you to finally come out and be there. And it's that consistency, using testimonials, reviews, proof of results, explain the value we bring. This is what you're spending, but this is what we net you. It's all about that. The ability to do that and consistently in front of them is what works. Most people are going to tell you, I tried and it didn't work. Truly why that happens is they just give up too soon or they're so inconsistent. They never spend the time to let the model finally develop.